जा रहे हैं. So this is the tragedy of life, you can say. I am particularly addicted to Hyderabad because I visited Hyderabad for the first time in 1953, which was a completely different Hyderabad than what you see now. It was more interesting. I'm not saying it was better or worse. That will get me into politics. But it was more interesting. The most interesting thing was, the first thing I noticed was the language. I come from Bombay, but I learned Hindi and Urdu to be a Rashtrabhasha Pracharak, to teach Hindi, and so was asked to do Hindi and Urdu poetry teaching. And this was the first city outside the northern area that I found was good in Urdu. In fact, apart from, they had some very good Urdu poets. I remember Maddum Mayaddin, who wrote a famous sher. Normally nobody wants to criticize Taj Mahal. It's the sacred cow. But he said to his beloved, don't meet me near Taj Mahal. क्यों? किसी शहंशाह ने और दौलत का सहारा लेकर हम गरीबों की मोहब्बत का उड़ाया है एक मजाक. Some emperor has taken his wealth and built the Taj Mahal to mock at us. So, do you require Taj Mahal to understand love? Second thing I remember about Hyderabad is the language of Hyderabad itself, the special Hyderabadi. When I came here, first I had some difficulty in learning it, but soon I found a lot of Marathi in it. Very soothing. I heard a sher. मैं पीता नहीं हूँ, सबको मालूम है मैं पीता नहीं, लेकिन पिलाई गई है तो मैं क्या करूँ. लेकिन the important thing was the Hyderabadi translation of it. कितने बार कहा उसको, हमको होना नहीं, लेकिन पिलाता है मैं क्या करूँ. Which I thought was better than the original Urdu sher. But anyway, we are not here to talk about poetry, but more about politics. In politics also, Hyderabad is unique. When I came here, Hyderabad was not a city, it was a state. I came from Nanded, in Maharashtra now, but it was part of Hyderabad state. And what more important, where I worked, Usman Shahi Mills was owned by the Nizam of Hyderabad, and I used to come every month here, discussion with the owners, and that was very rewarding for the simple reason, those days Nanded was a small village, and to come to Hyderabad was a great occasion to enjoy. So this is why Hyderabad has good memories. Another reason was my friend, Dr. James David, whom many of you know very well. When I got into first time in Hyderabad Management Association, he was program committee member. He became chairman of program committee, secretary, vice president, president, and then became the president of AIMA, was a rare president of AIMA from Hyderabad. And then he started his own institute, David Memorial Institute of Management, and there I gave umpteen number of lectures. But this created a problem, because whenever I come to Hyderabad, many people come to me and say, we heard you 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, even 40 years ago. Then comes, am I talking something new? Because people will go saying, same thing is talking for last 40 years. It happens. I'm sure you have heard lecturers who do that. But I always felt that I should say something different. And so I had to choose a subject which was different from anybody has covered. And I found playing politics as a subject nobody has covered. For the simple reason, people don't know what it is. No cricketer, you take Virat Kohli, he does not blame anybody for playing cricket. Whether Sri Lanka batsman or when he gets a ball, he will hit for six. And everybody says a good thing. He's playing cricket. He has to play. But in politics, every time you score, there's a noise. He plays politics. Firstly, why shouldn't he play politics? And what is politics? Politics is in simple ways the dealing with power, to get power. Now, what is power? Best described by the Sanskrit stanza. Kartum cha akartum cha anyatha kartum va. To do or to undo or to do otherwise is power. Now, why should one have it? For the simple reason, you want at least a part of the world to behave according to your whim. Is this good or bad according to you, I am concerned, not according to Rajgopalachari. How many people feel the linguistic distribution of India was a bad decision? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There are 100 people here. 10% think so. Good. Shows we are a democracy. Because 10 people are ready to say some different thing. Good. But in spite of that, each time there is a reorganization, further reorganization, linguistic basis comes in. Telangana came from Andhra Pradesh, which came from the first reorganization problem when C. Mamuliu went on hunger strike and died and Andhra started. T. Prakasham was the one who did that time. Nehru was deadly against it. He said this is no good. We should keep with the British division of different provinces, go according to that. But Gandhiji had promised Telangana and Vidarbha to get linguistic province. Telangana was the first group of people given promise for linguistic province. I'm not talking now whether good or bad promise. That's not important here. Let us say when we are talking about anything, there are three ways of thinking. What should happen, what would happen, what could happen. Philosophers concentrate on the should. Politicians exploit the would. The manager's point of view is could. Think of yourself in 1950 when the linguistic reorganization was done. What were the alternatives? Some reorganization was required because we had all kinds of provinces and many languages in the same state, different feelings, a lot of alienation between people. And somebody thought that you get people linguistically, it would be better. It did not fully work out. But on the other hand, nobody is talking about going back to the British days. It's a very unique decision. Otherwise, all decisions have been good, bad together. If the good is more than the bad, we say, okay, it was worth taking the decision. So this is something we have to realize. Now, how do people get power to make this decision? There are three aims of power: muscle, money, manipulation. These are three aims which give you power. Anybody, anywhere. And Vallabhbhai Patel was the man who used all these three aims together to reorganize the Indian states, princely states. He combined them. Was that a good decision or a bad decision? That was another big decision. There will not be hardly any person here, unless he wants to be contrary, that will say that Vallabhbhai Patel decision to unify the various states into provinces, was it a bad decision? Otherwise, would have, because Britishers had thrown a bomb. They said all the British territory we are dividing into India and Pakistan. Remaining Indian states of India, which are under princely rule, left to be. They can go to India or to Pakistan. Junagadh went to Pakistan. Hyderabad went further up. They said Hyderabad wanted to be directly under the Britisher. Don't want to